Hi everyone, I'm back again. Today I'm going to be talking about all the different jobs I've had and then rating them on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I hated it, 10 being best job in the world, in relation to how much satisfaction I got from that job. Because I was talking to someone recently and they were saying they have no job satisfaction, and I think as a 19-year-old I've done quite a few different jobs. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 10 different jobs so far since leaving school. I think it's so important that you find a job you enjoy. Don't stay somewhere if you're not happy. You're there for a long time and you won't be there for a good time if you don't enjoy your job. Since doing the job that I enjoy most, the time's gone so much faster. I cannot believe how long I've been there. I've learned so much and it's honestly changed my life for the better doing something I enjoy. Everything happens for a reason and I'm a strong believer in that, because things weren't looking so good at one point in my career and then I powered through and things didn't go well. Things did go well, but would I change any of it for a second? No, because if I hadn't had those experiences, I don't think I would be the person that I am now in this job. It's a bit of a story of my life, guys, so bear with, but you can skip it if you don't like it, do you know what I mean? So while I was doing my A-levels, I got level 1 tennis coaching assistant job. In the summer of my lower 6 or year 12, I worked as a tennis coach for some different summer camps. The team around me were absolutely brilliant and I did feel quite satisfied with that one because I was the only female coach there. I felt like the little girls who I was coaching were like all children. It was up to 16, but most of them were like, couldn't even walk, they were so young, which is great. I love seeing little kids getting into sport, but that was satisfying when I saw that the girls who were a bit nervous coming to me for support as a female coach there, which was lovely. However, it was so draining. My God, does it take it out of you working with kids? I always thought, yeah, I'm going to be a PE teacher, but Jesus, from like GCSEs, but mate, that GCSEs mean fuck all. So I'm going to rate that one. I'm going to rate it a 5 out of 10 because it was satisfying when the kids were enjoying themselves as a result of my actions. And however, I was also a little bit depressed at the time, so it didn't really hit the spot that how satisfying it was. Shout out to all of the tennis coaches out there, especially tennis people that coach children. My God, I don't know how you do it. It, like, just thinking about it gives me body aches. On your feet all day as well, and bending over to talk to children who can't hear you because they're so small. Like, they're not at this height, they're at like your knee height. Then I also decided to get a first aid and lifeguarding qualification because I thought, oh, this is a piece of I can sit in a chair and get paid for it. It's actually a lot harder than you think. Sitting down for 2 hours in a row next to a hot poolside watching people swim. So for that reason, I'm going to give that job a 2 out of 10 because at the time I remember thinking this yellow top that I'm wearing right now, my whistle, I thought I was I thought I was the coolest person in the room. I'd left school now. I went to work at David Lloyd as a tennis coach for a few people that had heard about me doing other tennis camps, and they have a kids club there, so I ended up working in the kids club as well. Got referred by one of the tennis coaches. That job was only like 12 hours a week. I hated the weekend shifts. They were too early to be dealing with kids screaming and shouting. It felt like a child minding service. Your parents have gone to the gym to do their workout, chuck you with a bunch of teenagers or mid-20 uni students to look after you. The sports hall was so cold, like I came out blue one time, like I'd just been in what's the opposite of an incubator? Probably even less satisfying than the tennis coaching. I'm going to put that one at a 4 out of 10. Could never do that as my career. I drew the line under I'm not working with kids anymore. A child was sick on me one time and my colleague came in and she was like not even concerned about the child. She was like, Ellie, are you okay? You look like you're gonna pass out. You were a brilliant colleague. She went to go to Germany to be me. So apparently I didn't decide to stop working with children. I got it into my head that I was really good at it, and to be honest, I was on the good days when I was feeling good. I went to work with kids where I thought I'm actually gonna develop and form a relationship to these children so they might actually like me. So I went to Germany. Yeah, the 2 children that I did end up looking after, one of them loved me, the other one was a bit defensive. I think he thought I was a bit of an intruder to his family, which is fair enough. But I loved being in a different country and speaking a different language. It did feel quite rewarding to myself. The job satisfaction, not so much, but the experience was a good experience. I'm going to put that one as a 5 out of 10 because I loved the experience and I wouldn't change it. And while I was there, I really did enjoy it until it all went to pot. I'm gonna have to come back later and finish off this video because I'm going for Sunday lunch. I haven't had Sunday lunch out for, I can't even remember, which takes me on to my next point. I then became a waitress. Really, really awful. Although it was good money because it was good hours. So job satisfaction, probably like a 2 because you got to deal with customers who are like, oh, I don't like the food, something's wrong with this, you didn't bring that. I'm like, mate, I didn't cook the food for you. Although we move on again on a bit more of a tangent, because then I became a chef at that same hotel, and that at the time I convinced myself that I did enjoy it, but it was so stressful. And I kept saying to people, oh, when you get that plate of food out and you put it on the pass, or you've made some lovely food, it's really satisfying. Is it? No, it's not. I don't know who's gone to eat that food, and unless they specifically feed the information back about their food to the waiter or waitress, and then that waiter or waitress feeds the information back to you, and then they just say, oh, they really liked your food, that's all you get from it. And it was £7 an hour. Like, that was probably a win. And it ended awfully as well. Things are looking up from now, guys. That is the bad part gone. But as I said, would I change it? No. Makes a good story. Second half of this video, big things coming. And my plans for the future, big things, guys. I'll say this and I'll revisit this video in like a year's time and it'll have like 2 views. I'm back from my dinner. It was lovely. I had chicken roast dinner. Moving on then. My next job was flounder around for a little bit, trying to sort out my life and deciding what I actually wanted to do. And then I realised, oh, I paid for a PT course that I've been trying to get through for the past 6 months since I dropped out of uni. That's a story for another day. Knuckled down with that. Really had to take a lot out of me to think this might not go well again, but otherwise I'm just going to be sitting around doing nothing. So I applied to some jobs on Indeed. So I applied to one in Pure Gym, got an email back from my manager Claire the same day, being like, could you pop in for an interview? She told me there and then, got the job, and I was absolutely over the moon. I wish I'd realised this job sooner. Leading group exercise classes, which I absolutely love doing. It is like my life, which I'd already done a bit of in school with my aerobics club. Some of you are watching might have been to that in the very early days of it. And now it's like dream job, getting paid to do that. So absolutely loved it from the very first day. Got my ad walk in on the first day. Already the job satisfaction was probably like 9 out of 10. Making a name for yourself, making sure people know who you are is quite tricky. But after that, when you start getting the feedback, positive in particular, from like, oh, I love that session, you've made my day. They've made my day as well. 10 out of 10. I cannot stress that enough. And then becoming a PT is hard work, but when a client messages you on a one-to-one basis, they've gone out their own way to let you know that they think they've improved or they enjoyed a session, and that's on me. That's down to me, as well as building up my own social media. No one else can do that for me. I've had a lot of things handed to me. I'm very fortunate for that, and I'm grateful for that every day. Editing, all the content creation, boosting posts, I'm proud of that. It's just a space for me to be creative. So again, that side of it is building my own business. It's crazy that I'm in this position now as someone who's still in their teens, and I am going to sit here and brag about it because I'm proud of it. The stuff I've had to go through to that point, it's not like trauma, but I'd say it's made me who I am, and I'm proud of that. I would not change my journey or anything. I strongly believe that those experiences have helped me become who I am. I really just want to say, like, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. If you don't enjoy what you're doing now, become a PT, work for Pure Gym. It is amazing. I cannot stress that enough. If you're not enjoying your job, there are other ones out there. Get the qualification you need, stick at it, prove it to yourself, and there will be ups and downs, but on the whole, it will go up. If you know you've got that drive, you don't need to know what you want to do, just stick at it. And if it doesn't work, try something else, but don't stay somewhere where you're unhappy. Your body and your gut will tell you, and the right thing will happen in the end. Trust me, it sounds so cliche, but it will. I was at a point in my life where I was like, I don't know what I want to do. Everyone else knows what they want to do. And now look at me. I have my own business and all my friends are at uni, being in debt. Yes, I have to pay rent, but if I was at uni, I'd be in debt. And I'm actually breaking even, so more than. So, guys, you've got this. I hope you enjoyed that. Obviously, that is the best job satisfaction out of the 9 jobs I've listed. and hopefully there won't be too many more on that list, except for I want to go into management at Pure Gym and work my way up, and I think at Pure Gym there's so much opportunity for that. So exciting times, watch this space, lots of new ideas on the way for classes, collaborations, content creation, PT sessions. I can't wait to share more of my journey with you. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.